Welcome to episode 76 of the PACT Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Carter, along with family. Beside me, we got Slim Reaper himself, proud father, Mr. Jace Easterwood.
Proud father.
Yeah, let's see it. You see it?
Oh, no, Dior. Yeah.
Diagonally, we got my brother, Mr. Carter.
Cutthroat.
And last but not least, we got my cousin, Mr. Damon, guys. Host of the Instagram and Twitter page, Every Yard Matters, Mr. Damon, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. What you mean? You always here. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
I'm beautiful today, man.
It feels great when you say it's gonna happen, start happening.
What you been manifesting?
I said the Lakers was gonna be in the finals. I don't know if we talked about that since. I said the Lakers was gonna win in 5. I was being nice. Might be 4. I said I was gonna get my real estate license. I got that.
Congratulations!
I did say that somebody sounded like a hater a couple years ago when they said they didn't want to play with LeBron no more.
Oh.
If I'm speaking on anybody directly, I'll say their name.
Oh. A lot to get into.
That's what my boy said. A
lot to get into, I see.
That's big, though. Who else do you play with?
Oh, let's just go straight into the NBA news.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead, bro.
It's the way topic, you said it. But go ahead, bro.
We jump into that first. Right, what y'all want? Y'all want the finals or you want the beef?
It don't matter. They want this work regardless. They're going to get
it. Let's get into the beef. All right. Mr. Kyrie Irving was back in the news again. Let me pull up the story. Or Demai, you want to talk about the story? Unbiased, please.
You can't do
Pretty
that.
much. I can't do that. Come on, man. Pretty much what happened was Kyrie was on Kevin Durant's new podcast show, and he said that KD will be the first person down the stretch where he can look and know that guy's going to come through.
I got the quote. I felt like I was the best option on every team I played for down the stretch. This is the first time in my career where I can be that can make the shot too.
Wait, he said he's the best player on his team?
Oh, he said he was always the one in the situation that had to make the shots for his team. But to say that the statement about he could hit that shot too, yes, that's true. KD and Kyrie can take similar shots, yes. But to say you felt like you're the only one that could close games out on any team you're on?
Come on now.
He has a little credence. Only person is
LeBron. You see those actual stats?
No, I know. I'm saying the shot had to be at LeBron. Only like Kyrie said, I've always talked about LeBron, I said his name, but come on, Damon. Who else could he be talking about?
As my boy said on his live, every team that he's been on, he's been the closer. Now he has somebody that he knows that he would be comfortable delegating to. Is that a role that LeBron is comfortable with? I don't think so. That's why LeBron has been so great passing first. We know that LeBron can do it, but KD, it still has to be shown that KD can do it, because when you look at the stats, KD is, it shows that he hasn't been that clutch. But we know what KD brings to the game. Let's not disrespect. We know what he brings to the game. So him and Kyrie on the same team, hey man, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Go ahead.
Okay. In the tie or take a lead in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime in their playoff career, Kyrie has shot 7 shots. He has made 2. LeBron has shot 66 shots. And he's made
wait. Before you continue to go, were one of those shots in the Game 7 of an NBA Finals?
Okay. Kyrie made 1 shot. 1 shot don't make it.
I would say something. Without LeBron's block, would we really be talking about that shot? That's all I want to say.
I mean, from your logic, if Iggy makes that layup and LeBron doesn't block it, and Kyrie still hits that 3, they would be up 1. I'm not the math whiz here. I know we got the smartest guys.
You're right, but I'm just saying. Momentum don't matter. Do momentum not matter in sports anymore?
It does. Okay. And so when they hit that,
that's all I'm making sure.
If you can ask a question, I can ask a question. Correct?
Yes.
So if Kyrie doesn't hit that 3, what happens?
They lose.
Thank you. Because my only quarrel with this Kyrie situation and LeBron beef that y'all want so bad.
It's not a beef. It's not a beef at all.
It's not comparable.
Okay, y'all the only ones arguing it. Kyrie.
Not arguing about it. Everybody talking about it because everybody knows it's sneak this.
Yeah.
Friday, October 2nd, my boy Kyrie went on live today. He was just sharing his message with his followers, man. 19K were on there, just talking about lighting incense and living a better life.
Were you one of the
19K? He got engaged.
Such a facade.
He got engaged. My boy is living his life, man.
Were you one of 19K?
I was definitely one of the 19K. Yes.
People that act like that are very sketchy to me because I don't know if that's really them or that's just a front and they hide.
But we know Kyrie is different, bro. We know he's different. I believe when Kyrie retires, he's done. We might never hear from Kyrie again.
Probably not.
What if Kyrie was talking about like God went towards LeBron? That was a shot at Brown and Tatum after that the situation went sour in Boston.
It could have been, and in that case, he's not off. But Jaylen Brown had a lot of big shots in their playoff run, even though they lost that season.
This year, yes. But when Kyrie was there, if he was speaking on them based off that, yes, he was the only person down the stretch.
No, I agree. I said now.
They were children, though. They were like
absolutely.
second year in the league.
Maybe it was about them. Maybe he was trying to be general, but it was about them, and he didn't want to say their name either.
What'd you say, Jace?
He went there to do that, to be that guy. So he can't say nothing about that.
That is true, though. He wanted to be the guy.
About LeBron.
He didn't go there to be a tutor, though. I think he believed he was going there to win, and now he believes going
there to do with them young boys.
He did say Brad Stevens is the best basketball mind I ever been around. I mean, best head coach that ever coached me. He said something along those lines.
He said some nights KD gonna be the coach. He gonna be the coach. Whoever.
Well, that's the same logic that we share with the Warriors players. When you have great players, we said previously, great players aren't necessarily needed with a great coach. So they bring in one more piece. I could see them there. I mean, I think Steve Nash is going to be able to. He's a legend. People are going to listen to him.
As a coach, I'm not at all.
There's a
there's
argument to not support what you're saying, Damon, because of course, then Jordan went to Phil Jackson got there and he got him too, right? I'm just asking. Come on, basketball history, guys. Am I right?
You say yeah.
I said, Michael Jordan went to Phil Jackson got there, right?
Right.
But with LeBron, people say David Blassman wasn't a coach and all that, so he won a championship. So
people say Ty Lue wasn't a coach.
Yeah, so it's like slippery slope.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said it's looking real. The hype about this Brooklyn Nets is real Clippers-esque.
It is.
I said that. It's Clippers-esque. It's not.
I wouldn't say that.
They're not. They're better than them. But it is on that type of hype level, the way people talking about it. People calling out championships. People calling him the king of New York. They are the king of New York in basketball.
They're the best sports team in basketball in New York. The best sports team, period, in New York.
Nah,
yes,
Yankees.
They will be.
No. The Yankees are in the playoffs as we speak.
What do you see? No, that's the problem with them. They're not better than the Yankees.
So, okay. Are the Yankees going to go to the championship?
Possibly. Every year they have a chance to go.
With that boy Aaron Judge, I mean.
And Giancarlo Stanton, they're good every year.
Wait, so the Nets are going to the championship?
I am making a PACT Life Pod guarantee. The Nets will be in the finals next year, yes.
Against who?
We betting on that?
Lakers. The Lakers.
Damon already said you take $100 bet.
We could put that. We could bet on it.
I would bet
$100 bet. Yeah, that's $100 bet.
Putting 100 on that.
But before we even touch the 2021 NBA Finals, we gotta talk about the 2020 NBA Finals in the present, in the now. The Los Angeles Lakers versus the Miami Heat. Lakers are up 1-0 after a blowout victory. AD went crazy and LeBron went crazy. Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic out for Game 2. It looks like the Lakers will handily win this series, giving LeBron his first quote-unquote easy ring. I'm gonna give it to Jay's got the Kobe jersey in the background. How you feel about the Lakers in the finals, man? Is it over? It's over. It's over. Is it over?
I don't think it's over. I feel like they might squeeze. I feel like the Heat might squeeze out one just because Lakers are still the Lakers. They have an off game. They shut down on defense. Like it's just I don't know. But they're obviously gonna win the finals because Bam and Dragic are out. So yeah, I mean I wouldn't say it's an easy W because Yeah, I wouldn't say it's an easy W because they had it before the finals was a lot harder than what they're doing now. So they had to get there.
Cut Carter, do you agree with Jace, or were you even listening?
Don't do me like a teacher, bro. That's not cool.
Do you agree with Jace? What do you think about the Lakers? He said the series will go 5 games. He felt like the Lakers could drop one. Do you agree?
Yes. I said that at the beginning. I said Lakers in 5. Ooh.
All right. Damon, do you agree?
I do think the Lakers, I think it's over. Will the Heat get a game? I think they have too much talent. Like I said, I thought the Heat were a year early. Maybe they were a year early on the championship, but they got to this point, which hats off to them. But I don't think anything was stopping the Lakers in general. The unfortunate death of Kobe Bryant tied in with COVID and social justice. I definitely didn't think anything was stopping the Lakers when they returned to the bubble. So, and I think I tweeted this earlier this week. LeBron in Miami, I believe, was in his athletic prime. I think now he's in his basketball prime. This is the best I think LeBron will ever be as far as all around being able to do anything. His health, I think this is the best LeBron ever. So tied that in with Anthony Davis, who I think they probably give AD his Finals MVP, which I think it depends on how things shake out. But we already know those two are up for the MVP, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Lakers in 5.
Cut Carter made a face when you said this is the best LeBron that you've ever seen. Cut Carter, why did you make a face?
This is not the best. I think this is the smartest LeBron because he gets better every year as far as his mental side of the game. And sitting at home all last season in the playoffs probably gave him more time to get his mind right and get to this new level of focus he on. So now, I think that can be said for sure that he's in his prime as far as his mental. But the athletic prime, like the time he said his athletic prime, that still was like, that was just something to watch when you knew he was gonna dominate. Like number 6, Heat LeBron with the black mask. You know what I'm saying? That LeBron.
What I'm saying is tie that in with how great of an athlete he still is and has formed to be, and take care of his body and understand that he can't do, because that's what a lot of athletes I feel like don't understand, that you can't do these type of things anymore. LeBron still does them to the ability for 30 plus minutes a night, and he's better passing the ball. We're kind of seeing some of that defense start to rear its head from that Miami era where he's stepping up to the challenge. So that's why I'm saying everything in consideration, based off with, I think, him playing with the best teammate he's ever had makes him look 10 times better. So, yeah.
But I don't know, this second game probably determine who get that that finals, the MVP. Because if AD go off again tonight, then it's hard to say. They pretty much got him beat when they're down 2.
And this would be the first time LeBron ever, if they win tonight, would be the first time LeBron would ever go up 2-0 in the finals.
There's something else in case they blow the game.
A lot of history tonight, I see. Like I agree with Damon. The Heat are a year away. I said it like 2 episodes or episode ago that the Celtics, the Heat overachieve while the Celtics underachieve. And let's talk about the Celtics real quick. They lose to the Miami Heat in 6 games. What's next for the Boston Celtics? I believe whose contract expiring? Gordon Hayward has 2 years.
No, Gordon Hayward got a player option.
The player option.
Tatum still on his rookie deal, and Brown contract extension kicking.
I got you. So let's see what. So basically, Kemba's there for 3 more years. Gordon Hayward's probably going to opt in on his player option. Marcus Smart's there for 3 more years. Jason Tatum's going to get a new contract probably this summer, and Jaylen Brown's there for 5 years. What's next for the Celtics? What do they need to compete in the East? Their team is already loaded. Their team is already loaded on paper. Like, what else do they need to compete?
You add it. You stack the deck.
Pay Drummond.
I go for Drummond.
You know what they need?
I'm not paying Drummond to be my 5th best player. I'm not paying him.
There's literal nights where he can do certain teams, they can't not stop him. He would literally 20 and 20 them.
Right.
I don't know
and
if the
then
money works.
and then when Tatum and Brown and Kemba, which we saw happen this year. Hold on. When those three are off, and then you say, okay, well, we'll let Marcus Smart shoot, and he's also off. And then you say Gordon Hayward, but doesn't put fear in nobody's heart. We're gonna throw the ball down low to Drummond. We're gonna do that. That's gonna be our sixth option.
I don't think anybody's stopping all 5 people. Sorry.
I think they stopped themselves. I just saw that. I just saw it.
Somebody gonna get there. You're not stopping everybody.
Hey, it wasn't enough, and more firepower is coming now. The East is gonna be better next year. So
you think they should load up? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Oh no, yeah, you can.
Oh, so you think they should load it up with Drummond, Tatum, Brown, Smart, Kemba, and Hayward for one big push?
Yes.
I don't even think the money even work.
Money necessarily will come down to like them options. So they probably have to get rid of Hayward or something. But Drummond don't have to come there to get paid. He could just come there to hoop.
You don't think Andre's coming there not to get paid?
I think he wants his money, but at this point, he know he's gonna get it regardless.
What do you think?
Matter of fact, how many people really want to pay that much for a center? Like, who's really paying a lot of crazy money for a center?
For his type of center?
Yeah, because his game is like Demond said, he not no bucket, so he can't. He's rebounding in defense, and he get some lobs or some putbacks.
Gobert's gonna get the supermax in Utah. 20 mil.
I would never.
What do you think? The Celtics?
They didn't win nothing, right? They was up 3-1. They couldn't close out because your center's not going to close out games for you.
Well, there's a couple teams I could see Payne and Drummond going to before he was to go to Boston. I could see him taking a payday from the Raptors first, which I think that would be pretty solid.
They have the money to do that. They do. They do have that spot. They can play him. I don't think he want to go to Canada. But
no, I don't think so either. But I think that's a contender team. If he's saying, where do you think you could go and add to a team and still get paid? I definitely think Toronto's a piece. I'm not sure they would pay him in Dallas, but I definitely think they need a fan.
He's everything DeAndre Jordan wasn't. I mean, DeAndre Jordan wasn't.
Right, and Luka, huh?
Luka will let it.
Dallas don't need a center.
But Kristaps can play the 4.
Need a forward. They need a 3. I think they need a 3.
But that's what Tim Hardaway do. That's his job.
Anyway,
Tim Hardaway 3.
What's next for the Boston Celtics? Did you agree with my brother? You think they should go out and get Drummond, or what do you think they need?
All right, somebody that played basketball. Them boys need heart. All right, them boys don't need nothing else on that team but some heart. All right, they got too much talent. They got Kemba Walker. They got Gordon Hayward. He pretty weak. I don't even care about. I don't even count Gordon Hayward. But they got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart. Like, come on. Like, I mean, okay.
Couple on from your perspective, it sounds like Brad Stevens is the problem.
Hey, I ain't want to say it because I ain't know how y'all would feel. You know, I'm talking about he the best.
I don't think he won't blame Brad Stevens.
He's definitely up there being the.
I think you blame the GM.
I think you could blame the Danny Ainge a little bit, but more so it's the players, bro. They still young.
Them boys, that is true.
Who's their OG? Who is their OG on that team?
Marcus Smart.
Yes, he is. What do you mean?
It is Marcus Smart, though.
He's their shooter.
He don't have no, bro. He never. He don't. That's not a real OG. Like, he's not an OG like other OGs. He's not Udonis Haslem. He hasn't been to the finals 3 times. He's not. Who?
Don't even play.
What?
He don't even play. He's there for moral support.
Why you think he there? Because he's. That's what I'm saying.
Player coach.
Who else?
I think you
pretty much.
Vince Carter was that for the Hawks, even though they couldn't win.
That's all it is.
OG. Marcus Carter, they said the OG. He's just as young as them, and the OG shouldn't be arguing with Jaylen Brown. I'm sorry.
Another thing is they don't need to be fighting.
OG is above that. He's not arguing about anything.
It's too much. It's too many. Like, I feel like they argue. I'm not arguing, but like it's just like a tension of who wants.
A lot of egos. I feel like in that.
Tension who wants the ball. Like,
it's because folks don't know their role. I guess.
Exactly.
Who don't know their role?
It sounds like Jaylen Brown don't know his role.
Nah, he know his role because Jaylen Brown was the only one hitting when it was clutch time. The other boys was.
I don't know.
Look stats.
Especially missing 12 points in the first half.
No. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum should be my 1 and 2. That's my opinion.
I think
Kimba's my closer. That's why I say my closer. He'll give me good.
I don't know if he could be the closer or he will look. Kimba got to be the opener. I need you to open it up, Kimba. We'll finish it for you.
Was Cardiac Kimba for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. But he didn't play like Cardiac in the bubble.
At all. I told you they ain't played. They ain't got no heart. Them boys think they gonna run around and play because they young, they fast. No. You got to hoop.
Y'all need to call him Cardio Kimba because all he was doing was running around out there. Cardio Kimba.
That's like Westbrook just running around out there. Like,
hey. I think Boston messed up when they didn't go and get a
AD
superstars that AD or Kawhi. They could have traded one of their young pieces and they didn't want to come off them. And as a result, this is why Boston has been subjected to this mediocrity for a decade. They could have got Kawhi like the Lakers did when they traded the house and go. I'm talking. When the Lakers went to go get AD, they traded all their young core. Boston did the same for AD or Kawhi. They could have been in this position to win a championship, but they are not.
Hey man, I just think there's not much you can do. I feel like for a champion, and this is all sports, but for you to go to a championship or win a championship, you have to have tons of luck on your side.
True.
The luck wasn't on the Celtics side.
But they had the luck though.
But let's say if they don't go 7 with Toronto, I think they're better in their series with the Heat because they took their foot off the gas. They weren't supposed to be in that situation. Stuff like that adds up. So then you're down 3. Were they down 3-0 or 3-1?
3-1.
You're down 3-1, and now you have to put all your cards on the table. They already have fresher legs than you. So, and they played the 1 seed. So
that's why I said it was built for Boston to win. The Milwaukee got knocked off. They beat Philly without Ben Simmons. It was like, and it's in a bubble like this. You're the more talented team than the Heat, based on like star power. They should have won the series. That's why this is a bad series loss for Boston.
And that goes back to what Jake said. Heart, right?
They had no heart at
all. 21 said no heart. Savage mode, first one, no heart.
Miami has all the heart. They have the most heart in the bubble.
In the league, yeah. That's why they took it from them.
Yeah, like nobody knew Miami was gonna go to the finals. They thought they were gonna. I didn't even know they were gonna go that deep at all.
Jalen did. JB did.
But hey, it happens.
And we shifted to the Western Conference. The Lakers defeated the Denver Nuggets.
You still talking? Are we not talking next year yet? I thought Doc Rivers, since we was talking about the East.
That's why we're going to the West. That's why we're going to the West, because he went from the West to the East, you know?
Salute. You the guy.
Big Papa. The Denver Nuggets lost to Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games in the Western Conference Finals. Before we touch on Doc Rivers, as Damon alluded to, what's next for the Denver Nuggets? Jeremy Grant opted out of his player option. He will be a free agent, and he wants a bigger deal because he hooped in this playoffs. Shout out to he's an OKC alum. Shout out Jeremy Grant.
He's gonna be a Laker.
I think
OKC alum.
I can see him being a Laker or a Rocket.
But Brian, to the side, like, hey, man, you was hooping. No cap. Come to the good side right here. Come to the good side.
Yeah. I think Denver gonna need a 2. I said this for like 4 or 5 episodes. They should go out and get a solid 3, just in case if Michael Porter Jr. doesn't become who I think he should become. Just go get a solid star 3 that can help Jokic and Murray get over the top.
I heard they in the running for Drew Holiday.
I did too. I think Drew Holiday makes them. I think he definitely makes them better because they're lacking that primary defender.
Gary Harris was supposed to be that primary defender.
And we saw how that turned out. But Drew, I think Drew on a team that has consistently the past few years been a top 4, top 2 seed, right? He will get that national spotlight that he deserves. More games on TNT, more stuff like that. I definitely think he could. We know Jamal Murray is the closer. We know what Jokic brings to the table, but that would solidify the Nuggets as having someone at each layer of their team that can contribute. So I think Drew for the Nuggets needs to be a primary decision to bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jason? What do you think next for the Nuggets?
I feel like the Nuggets have nothing wrong with their team right now. They just got outplayed by the Lakers. That's all it was. They come back next year, better game plan, they might beat them. But adding Drew Holiday, it does have its positives, but at the same time it does have its negatives because I don't know how I feel about Drew playing off ball. I don't know well Jamal could play off ball. Drew bring the ball down, but at the same time, like, are they gonna do that though? Jamal,
even with the,
huh?
I say even with the Drew Holiday thing, it would have to be a trade. What do you think the Nuggets? What do you think the Pelicans would want? Like I saw in the report, I saw like people saying Michael Porter Jr. The Nuggets are not going to trade Michael Porter Jr. for Drew Holiday.
They're gonna want Michael Porter
Did
Jr.
mention him in it.
But I don't think the Nuggets will do that though.
You keep him for the upside, but at the same time, you want a former All-Star and a proven, defensive player.
You're gonna have to pay.
You gotta pay, and it's not necessarily not equivalent contracts. So they'll probably get something else with it. They're not gonna just get Drew. Like 9 out of 10, the Pelicans might be like, well, we got JJ ready too. We're gonna give you a shooter with him, and then you got to come off a young player, probably in not a bad contract, but somebody making a lot of money.
Gary Harris.
It won't be
exactly.
It won't
so
be
Gary Harrison, MPJ.
It won't be MPJ that comes off.
And we probably give him a first or something like that. I mean, but at the end of the day, they getting
similar.
I'm gonna be
similar to when the Lakers, when they did the AD trade, they kept one star, young star, and it was Kyle.
Or they got to come off him. He gonna be involved. It's something like that, bro.
Bye, Bobo. You are not Michael Porter Jr. You didn't play in the playoffs for a reason, Bobo.
No, Michael Porter Jr. kind of has to be in that. He has to be in the trade conversation.
He wouldn't have to.
No, he doesn't. They have Will Barton. You know how much talent the Nuggets have?
We don't
Will
want
Barton,
that,
Gary Harris, Monte Morris.
Michael Porter. That's what we want.
You what?
We want Michael Porter.
That on that young team.
They're not doing that deal.
We don't want veterans.
The ball pull. He has it. He's like that.
The Nuggets not the only contender. Drew Holiday is up to. They said the Clippers. They said the Pacers with his brothers, and then they said the Nuggets. So the Clippers make sense too. So I feel like the Clippers.
What they traded him? What they traded for him?
I don't know, but that roster might be.
George?
Now we'll take your boy Larry Shamet, but one of them. Landry Shamet.
Time. Clippers don't even make sense.
Why they don't?
What they traded?
Players.
They have no draft picks. What they traded?
They named them, Bruiser. I'm just telling you what the Twitter sphere and my sources say.
Like Nuggets is the best fit, but I don't know if they're going to trade all that. The MPJ.
The only way the Clippers get Drew Holiday is if it's a 3-team trade.
Yeah, that'd probably be what it ended up being.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And speaking of people moving around, Doc Rivers they mutually decided to separate from the Clippers. And now he is the new head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. Shout out to Doc Rivers about getting back on his feet. I'm going to go to DeMond here. He's already eager. What are your expectations for this Doc Rivers now-led team of the Philadelphia 76ers with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid? Do they still blow it up or do they run it back? What do you think?
I think they run it back. I think they see what they have, but I also think we see a very more disciplined 76ers team. We see more movement within the offense, more things to get Ben Simmons moving off ball, so that way his shooting, him not being able to shoot, I feel like Doc Rivers will use that to a strength rather than Brett Brown trying to run away from that. I think, he'll be able to move him around, dictate that with zones, and get him in more positions to get Embiid involved as far as closer to the basket. We know Embiid can shoot, but I also think them getting another piece is very important, and I think Doc Rivers coming in does that.
I heard they were trying to trade Ben Simmons, weren't they?
Yeah, but you can't. If it doesn't have Shams or Woj, I don't believe. I don't believe it.
Cut Carter be trying to leave that wave of Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid should get traded. We don't pay attention to them.
They can't play together.
Cut Carter, do you think they should still blow it up even after the addition of Doc Rivers?
They're gonna get back a chance and they're gonna be disappointed again when they get the same result.
Yeah, honestly.
Same result might be Eastern Conference Finals.
You can't save some of the talent on that team. They aren't equivalent. They aren't compatible.
Did you hear what Damon said?
What?
Same result may be an Eastern Conference Finals appearance though. And that's growth for that squad who has never reached the Eastern Conference
Finals, son.
I think a healthy Ben Simmons, they would have possibly beat the Boston Celtics.
I think they run into the Heat, they lose. I think they run into the Celtics, they lose.
I don't know.
I don't know about neither of them.
That's a long series for Bam. That's a long series for Bam. I understand all this. If Embiid, we know he was just a game away from the Eastern Conference Finals before running into the Raptors last year. I know they lost Jimmy, but you have to take into consideration they have now a better coach. They're going to make changes to this roster. Doc is not known for having a sorry roster. They will make moves.
The best two players, they are not good. They have nobody else they can rely on.
The only one could be said about the Lakers, though.
Say it, Bruce, because I'm about to say it.
Said about the Lakers, though.
The what?
Who?
Same thing could be said about the Lakers. Outside their two stars,
they have proven themselves and are always on teams.
They have LeBron James.
But we're talking about two stars.
It is. You are comparing Embiid and Ben Simmons to LeBron James and AD.
It's not that crazy.
Two are top five. Two are top five. Two of those
in the Eastern Conference.
The 76ers are in the Eastern Conference. They also have Richardson. They also have now.
He's not that team.
You're obviously seeing that the Eastern Conference is not as sweet as we thought it was.
They don't care.
I think y'all downplaying the 76ers. I think Ben Simmons getting hurt.
I had them going to the finals 2 years ago, but they aren't it.
It's just a big problem with your point guard.
Based on what? What are y'all basing that? It's not it factor on.
Big problem.
The way Ben Simmons plays,
he was hurt. He's not compatible.
They
were just in this.
Yes, and I'm saying, and when Embiid was hurt and it was just Ben, they were winning games. The system changed
in the regular season.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It don't matter.
If I'm
be together, you can trade Embiid and get what you need around Ben, or you go with the big man and get rid of Ben.
If I'm the 70, let me tell you what I do if I'm the 76ers and Doc Rivers.
He don't have GM, by the way. He's just a coach.
I know, but there's that communication. I want this player. We make that happen, this, that, and the third. I definitely am calling the Clippers about Lou Will. Definitely bring him back to Philly. And since we're bringing guys back to Philly and he's being talked about in the league, definitely make a call to the Pelicans. What you want for Drew Holiday? Bring him back too. And that definitely makes him a player.
And Elton Brand, his history, he's an aggressive GM. He does go get the pieces.
I could definitely – those are two players I could definitely see. Because we don't know what's going to happen with Trez, but if the Clippers bring back Trez, I could definitely see Lou Will being out of there. If not, then I think he stays put. But Drew huh?
Lou already on the contract.
Still, everybody's under contract. Nothing in this world is non-negotiable.
I don't know.
I can see Paul George getting moved. I can see Lou getting moved.
76ers period. I just don't like their system. I don't like.
That's why there's a new coach. There's going to be
but like, what is going to you have a ball handler. Your primary ball handler cannot shoot.
The last time we seen
that is a problem.
The last time we seen the 76ers at full health, even though Jimmy Butler was there, they was in a Game 7 in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference.
Obviously, Jimmy Butler is a big piece in the playoffs. Obviously, we've seen what
every team he goes to makes stalls.
Is he a big piece right now in the playoffs?
Obviously, without Jimmy Butler, they're not in the finals at all.
Without Tyler Hero, they wouldn't. That game wouldn't have been close.
That game, they had to get to that game first, bro.
Right.
Without Jimmy Butler, the Heat will not be in the conference finals at all. They wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of the Sixers hype, even though I used to be hyped.
I feel like you keep Joel. Joel's the best center in the league. Yeah, you keep him. But
second.
He's the best. But
most dominant, not the best.
He's the best. So
it's Joe Kick.
I also like Cat over him, but that's just me.
What did you just say?
Talking to you.
You said who?
Cat.
Oh.
Anthony Towns.
But
You talking about Cat who bagged Jordan Woods? Cat. What?
He's definitely what's it called? He's
Not one of
definitely verified for that, but
Not one of them.
Is there any NBA news before we move on to NFL? Well, football, right?
Oladipo saying he wants to play for a contender. Where could we see Oladipo going?
Miami.
Buddy Hield is not answering Luke Walton's phone calls.
I think we definitely. No, Luke Walton is not a good coach. I don't know why the Kings brought him in and thought that was.
I was telling folks, bro. Who was trying to argue that with me? Was that? I think that was John. That was Jalen. And talking about Luke Walton was a good coach. I was like, in what sense?
Coaching the Warriors. Hey, we gotta talk about that Steve Kerr coaching tree because when he put on people to a job, they don't really be succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
It's the system.
Yeah,
but the Warriors.
It's the
players.
Y'all seen that video on Twitter when it's all them shots that Curry has shot and he just looked away?
Oh no, Steve Kerr definitely makes Curry better. And Clay, I think Clay and Kerr, he makes all the players good in the system, but it can't be disregarded how great Clay and Curry are.
You gotta make them shots.
He also motivates them. Like the way he talks to them, he don't be like aggressive. Like you know how to motivate those type of players to be
right.
Pete Carroll.
Huh?
Very Pete Carroll-ish to me.
Without the gum.
I could see that. Comparison.
Speaking of football, the Pac-12 is back, and I wrote why. And I wrote why with a fat question mark on there. I think they're only playing 8 games this year for their season.
I haven't even watched college football.
It's 5 games. It's 5 or 7 games. I forgot.
It's a small amount, regardless. So
we just lost to who? Didn't we lose to Mississippi State?
Oh yeah, throw them Tigers out of here.
Oh God!
When I see Miles Brennan throw that ball. Oh man, Chase made a great decision opting out because he must have knew it was up. The jig was up. Yeah. Carter, I give it to you. Do you think? What you about to say tomorrow?
Oh no, I was just agreeing. But since I have the floor, real quick, based off this week, who y'all boys got? UGA or Auburn?
Chumley said he bet somebody on the ship that UGA was gonna win like $50, and he texted me was like, "Bruiser, I need your help. I don't know about UGA."
I wouldn't have bet no money on no Georgia team.
It's the UGA though.
Auburn started a new quarterback too.
Yep. That boy Bo Nix gone out of.
UGA was struggling with Arkansas, but then beat them. But it is in UGA.
Arkansas was up on them in UGA.
You said what?
Arkansas was up on them, I think, and it was at UGA.
No. Now South Carolina, I thought South Carolina beat UGA.
Nah, Arkansas played UGA.
I'm tripping. You're right. But I give it back to you, Carter. What's wrong with the LSU Tigers? Is it a championship hangover?
All season, it's the fact that they lost a lot of players. And then it's one thing to lose players to the NFL, but you also lost a lot of veteran players to the what's it called when they enter their name into the
draft? I mean the transfer portal.
Transfer portal. Yeah. You lost a lot of veteran players to that, and that means something because a lot of those players that didn't play last year were there though, and they got to see it. You know, they experienced it. They were out there, and then you got a bunch of freshmen out there that never played. And sometimes it's not so much the skill. Sometimes it is the experience. Skill don't always mean you're gonna do better. Sometimes the experience does, it does matter.
Not every freshman gonna be Derek Stingley Jr.
Right. Stingley didn't play, so you missing him. And then you missing Christian Fulton gone, you missing him. Kerry Vincent Jr. opted out because of COVID and waiting till the draft. You missing him.
We ain't gone.
Basically, all 3 starting corners from last year
are gone.
Play.
I'm not finna watch it.
And then you had linebacker Marcel Brooks, transfer portal. You had Jamal Pettigrew. You had him leave, transfer portal. It was a lot of people leaving. And then Jamar Chase opted out. And I think they lost the quarterback transfer as well. Quarterback transfer. So it's just
we're the coldest to ever do it.
I don't even see him or hear about him either. He probably there.
I seen Jace that you weren't moved by the Miles Brennan performance.
Oh no,
He did do this one 5 throw where he ran backwards and chugged it up and they caught it. I thought that was nice. I thought it was like balls.
Mike Leach in that air raid offense, boy, 600 yard, boy.
To be over so we can go back to normal in college football. Right now, I'm not really pleased with it. I don't really care who wins, who loses. I don't care about college football right now.
Keep your head up, man. Who would have thought the best football team in Louisiana is UL?
Sad, ain't it?
I still don't think they're the best in
Them boys in the Superdome ain't doing the damn thing.
And speaking of the boys in Super Dome, what are y'all NFL Week 3 takeaways? Jace, I start with you as we welcome Mr. Maceo Maddox into the chat.
Let me pull it up real quick.
You don't know? Cut Carter, what are your NFL Week 3 takeaways?
NFL Week 3 takeaways. Florida football. That Thursday night game was better than I thought. And Florida might have the best unknown running backs ever right now. Jerome Robinson and Miles Gaskin out of nowhere, toting. The Bucs surprisingly have the worst rushing attack out of that division, out of those 3 Florida teams. And they're still leading the division right now. I will also say Lamar did not play bad. Mark Andrews did, but they're going to blame Lamar. And Patrick Mahomes like that. Russell Wilson, the MVP.
97 yards. Hold up, because you're going too fast.
It's my takeaway. It's called
and
takeaway.
I got a question for you.
Got a question after. Russell Wilson MVP front runner. Mahomes is right there behind him.
Well, you sure? I think Josh Allen's first. No.
What did you just say?
I had 2 more takeaways. The Falcons are choke artists, and Eric Bieniemy is probably gonna get that job. And I really don't want him to because he's really a good coach. And a lot of schemes he did on the Ravens were amazing. It was some stuff I was like, wow, how did he come up with that? And last but not least, my own team. Defense. Well, hold on. Emmanuel Sanders knows what it is to be a Saint now. We get called. Everybody knows the jig is up. We get called for most penalties, the most non-calls. We get everything. And I don't know why, but it just happens. And if you really sat there and watched the Saints game and just was impartial, you'd be like, damn, like you see like even the commentators, I don't really see much there. Like the commentators like
Chris Collins was like, I don't know what I seen there.
That's not even the only reason we're losing. That's just one thing I noticed. But our corner's ability to choke consistently on third down or like primetime plays is ridiculous. And neither one of them is starting this week. So I told y'all it was like a tank season, and now everybody called me dumb. But now it's really
I still call you dumb. I still call you dumb.
I want a tank for Trevor.
And I call you dumb for saying that.
Emotional.
I hear problems for the Saints, but I didn't hear Drew Brees' name one time. Not one time.
Take it away, Damon.
What?
As some of you may know, every yards matter. After Sunday's games, we have a weekly post called Sunday 5BQ with the 5 biggest questions from Sunday's games for this week, week 3. Are the Bills the 3rd best team in the AFC? That was something that I brought to mind. Josh Allen up there in the MVP race, throwing touchdowns. He's up there. He's moving. Are the Packers the best team in the NFC?
My bad. You go.
Oh, okay. Are the Packers the best team in the NFC? Last year, they were 13-3. There was 3 13-3 teams. And the Saints look like they're going to take a step back. The Niners are racking up with injuries. Are the Packers still the only one that remain the same?
Right.
Yes.
This was 4 days ago where we posted the Sunday 5BQ. I was looking forward to the Steelers-Titans matchup, which has now been delayed to week 7. So we will disregard that one. We will disregard that one. The NFC East up for grabs? I believe so.
When is it ever not up for grabs?
When is it not up for grabs? Well, the Eagles do not have a win. They have sitting on 2 losses and a tie, and they could win they could win they could beat the 49ers, which I don't believe will happen, but they could beat the 49ers and be sitting number 1 in the division come Monday. So we have no idea what's happening in NFC East, but it's very entertaining. And then lastly, are the Niners resting up?
No.
I think they might be resting up because Jimmy G, you based off their schedule, they have the easiest schedule in the league. It's the easiest schedule. It's the easiest schedule I've ever seen a Super Bowl contender have to deal with. I'm sorry. It's the easiest schedule I've ever seen someone go to the Super Bowl and then play the next year. You get the Cardinals week 1, which, I mean, the Cardinals have a lot of talent, but let's be honest. It's still, we just saw them lose to Detroit last week. Up in the air on that one.
Right.
Still have, then they play the Jets. Come on now. They play the Giants. Come on now. And this week they play the Eagles, who still don't have a win almost a month into the season. So the Niners are about to be, in my opinion, sitting at 3-1. They're getting Kittle back. They're getting Deebo Samuel back. The week after this, they'll get their franchise quarterback, who they believe their franchise quarterback. And they'll get Raheem Mostert back. So I believe they're resting their guys up. They're going to hit their stride at the right time. It's going to be great for them.
Got you. Mace. Glad you made
I know I'm late. I had to smoke that Ahmad Brighton pack real quick. I had to get that out of my system. But I know I'm late.
Talk to me about your Ravens. What happened?
I mean, we are who we are. We can't beat Mahomes. Lamar, much like the game that we had against the Titans in the playoffs last year, Lamar was putting it where it needed to be. His accuracy is actually improving. You know, the big narrative, it's always going to be this way for agile quarterbacks. He can run, but can he throw? Lamar's accuracy is improving phenomenally. And when I say phenomenally, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be like he's on a Russ or an A-Rod or Mahomes level. No, he's not on that level. But I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing a lot of drops. It reminds me of what I saw from the 15-1 Panthers squad in the playoffs. A lot of drops on behalf of, you know what? I'm not going to act like I know those guys' names. I don't know their names.
Junior. We got you, buddy. Ted Ginn Jr. and the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying here like, wait, hold on. Was Kelvin Benjamin on that team? I don't know. He
was hurt. He was hurt.
Yeah.
So Maceo, let me ask you a question real quick while we're on the – because I agree with you. Lamar is coming a great thrower. I love the balls he throws from the pocket. The spiral is beautiful. But when it comes to Lamar, I just believe he's very quick when he doesn't see – because he's not like most running quarterbacks we've seen in the past where you look to that first read and you're gone. He goes through his progression and then he's gone. Something I think Lamar could really benefit from is going through those progressions and then using his quickness to, and that's what I believe Mahomes and Russell Wilson have almost perfected, Rodgers as well, is staying there until deciding, hey, now it's time to go. Because those options are very much coming open and he's already gone. He's getting those 10 yards by the time, but it's a big play that he then has to come back and then is looking for that big play down the stretch.
He does get those 10 yards oftentimes, but I actually 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you on this. Lamar, one thing that I think he could probably go, I mean, I don't know, this isn't a real thing, but I would like to see Lamar learn from Cam Newton footage, because one thing about Cam Newton is he has his pocket presence is and his footwork in the pocket are so elite that he is constantly resetting his feet and constantly assessing his progression at the same time. And he escapes at the right time. As you said, Lamar, you know, he's better than a Michael Vick in terms of Vick might just read his X and his Z receiver and then take off. You know, Lamar is a little bit better than that, but he does seem a little fidgety under pressure. I saw that was a huge expose I saw against the Chiefs. They would send 5 or 6. He gets real fidgety, and Lamar gets sacked way too much, in my opinion, for a quarterback with his athleticism. He gets sacked a lot because of his lack of maturity in terms of how he operates and maneuvers around the pocket. So that is the next thing that I think will take him, you know, up a notch, you know, in terms of not even in terms of like the rankings of NFL quarterbacks, but in terms of like how his personal development will look in the next coming weeks and the next couple of years. I need him to, I mean, you know, he's 21-1 in the regular season when it's not against the Chiefs. So, right. I mean, this is really just a small, minute thing. But if you're a Ravens fan like I am, you know that, I mean, I'm not going to say nobody's a threat because we just got beat by the Titans in the playoffs. But we know that the only team better than us on our best days are the Chiefs. that is a big component of us being able to improve and eventually maybe being able to surpass them. Along with we gotta stop these drop passes though. That's another thing. We lost our discipline against the Chiefs. We are a running team. We were not running. We were throwing on first and second down. I did not like that. You give it to Ingram, give it to Gus. You know, Gus came off of 2 pretty good weeks. But the Ravens overall were in a good spot. I'm just nervous. I'm always going to be nervous against the Chiefs. Anyone else, I don't really care. But the Chiefs, and they were dicing us up. It's not just Lamar. They were killing us. They were destroying us. Travis Kelce was murdering us in the first half. And the second half. Every time Travis Kelce moved to the outside, ran an out route or a corner route, it's like he caught the ball, he caught it, he was wide open. Our young linebackers need to improve their zone coverage awareness. They need to improve their discipline. But I would love for Bieniemy to get out of Kansas City because send him to Atlanta, bro. Because I'm tired of him, bro.
Keep him over there. Keep him over there.
No, he needs to get out of here, bro.
What I noticed, and this is something I noticed that is very different with teams who let a great player go. But I definitely think y'all missed Earl Thomas on Monday. But the thing that I think is impressive for the Ravens is nobody brought it up. Nobody said his name. Nobody alluded to the fact that he wasn't there for the big downplay shots. And I think that's good for y'all down the stretch, knowing that y'all believe that y'all have it. And then y'all come and sign Marlon Humphrey to an extension. So do I think y'all have the pieces? Yes, y'all have the depth. Y'all have the quarterback. I do not believe y'all are made to play from behind, though. If y'all fall from behind, the run game goes out the window. And I think that's Lamar's biggest threat is being able to run those zone reads, get those things going on play action. Because I think that's where Mark Andrews comes alive the most. I also think it probably was a little different ball game for him having to be that number one option, knowing, hey, I'm coming to you. We need you to make a play, and he wasn't ready to make it. And that's why I alluded to, shout out every yards matters, the Ravens taking a chance on AB. They need that outside weapon, that guy that you can say, hey, we got to come to you to make a play. Because Hollywood, he's just not ready yet, man. And I hate to say it, I thought this year would be a little bit different, but I'm just not seeing that explosion that I once saw out of him. I know he had the surgery and everything, but I'm not seeing him take that step yet. I know it's pretty early in the season, but I've yet to see that. I've also yet to see Lamar go at him in that capacity and say, I need you right now. So something has to give, but Week 8, I think we could see AB and the Ravens having some conversation.
Gotcha.
This has been the story of us since we got Lamar. We need a W. We need a wide receiver one. We don't have one. We have 2 receivers who would be really good in the slot in Hollywood and Willie Snead, and we have tight end Mark Andrews. We need that wide receiver one. We just need a route runner. We just need a guy who can create a little bit of separation. Like we need. But I don't think because AB is dealing with a lot in court right now. His lawyer just,
I know y'all were talking to Dez, though. Do you think that's a move they can make?
I think the Dez trainers. I think Dez is no. I don't see that coming to fruit. He hasn't played in when was he? When did he last play? 3 years ago?
4 years? 3 years?
2017.
No, Dez. No, bro. It ain't no Dez. It ain't no Dez. Ain't no AB. He's dealing with a lot in court. His lawyer just left him in court. He's dealing with sexual assault allegations. I'm maybe against my better judgment. I'm definitely take a chance on him, but he just got too. He is too much, bro. So I don't know. We might have to joke. We might just have to go get Jamar Chase in the draft. No, I'm just kidding. We're not getting him. That's not happening.
How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that?
But that's not happening. I'm just messing with you.
Super thinking.
I wanted to see Derek's reaction. That's all.
Jace, did you have any week 3 takeaways, bud, or you want to go to look towards the future to week 4, buddy?
Saints and boys be pissing me off. I bet my whole bank account them boys are the most penalized team in the league. It happens every year. It doesn't matter. Lamar and Patrick, pretty good game. I knew the Chiefs were gonna win.
Pretty good game in a blowout. Yeah, fun watching that.
Come back. They're almost coming back.
It was a 7-point game in the fourth quarter. Yes.
Yeah, the Bills and the Rams.
Great game.
That was a good game because the Bills are almost like the Falcons, and because they was up 21-3. I want to say
28-3.
that. But I mean, I would say that like the third best team in the league, but doing stuff
In
like
the AFC or the NFL?
yeah,
The Buffalo Bills?
definitely.
Okay, got you.
Oh.
MVP contending quarterback for a reason.
Oh wow, who would have thought we'd be saying Josh Allen MVP conversation?
I'd like to say something.
Who'd have
Okay,
thought?
go, Carter.
Before you say something, Derek, who'd have thought we'd say Josh Allen is carrying that Bills defense? That's a shock to me, giving up 30, 28 points back-to-back weeks.
Crazy.
I didn't think I was wrong about a lot of things. I didn't think the Broncos would be undefeated. I had them in the playoffs in the wild card. I didn't think they would be undefeated.
They had injuries. Drew Lock, Von Miller, just to name a few.
Yeah, but losing to the Jets, I might not watch another game this year. I don't want to see Ricky.
Go, Carter.
Let me show.
Well, I would like to say, in my opinion, that the leader of the offensive rookie of the year is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the LSU guy. And
I don't agree either.
I disagree.
Who's gonna be
that boy in Cincy?
Okay, for sure. But I'm just making sure somebody else on the LSU team. I'm making sure somebody else on the LSU team. I'm just making sure.
I mean, because I was gonna do my top three. Joe was up there, but you know.
Yeah, show his ass last.
Do your top three then.
I would like to shout out the guy that broke through last week.
Yeah.
In Minnesota and gritted all down the field. So that's what I was trying to highlight. That the top three rookies on offense are all from LSU.
That's top three. Top three. 1 week don't put Justin Jefferson in the top three.
He had the best.
No, that takes
the best receiving week out of any rookie receiver. His 1 week was better than some of them whole 3 games.
T. Higgins scored 2 touchdowns last week. He did score 2 touchdowns. T. Higgins.
Facts.
But from who? That's the point. That's what we're talking about.
No, okay, but you got to get
exactly.
Justin Jefferson had 100 yards.
Jerry Jeudy has looked good every week. Jerry Jeudy has looked good every week.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy is good for 70 yards, and he just got his first touchdown. He's got probably
about 70 yards every week.
I have him on fantasy.
Let's check.
He gives me 12 points every week, and he just scored a touchdown. His first touchdown.
Touchdown too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he mossed that boy.
Uh-oh, Mace. You're wrong.
What'd he do?
56,
he's good for 50 every week.
But you know what you're going to get from him.
Right. That's good. Hey, and a quarterback, he's played with 3 different quarterbacks this year already.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Huh?
I'm talking to Bruiser.
Oh, I thought you said so is Justice Jefferson. I don't know what I thought you said, but
26, 44, 175 yards.
Good God.
Dang, so every week he get better, but this week he broke through.
Well, I think the
he can't help. Look at his targets. He can't help. He don't get the ball thrown at him.
But the difference in Jets play, and we saw it in Tennessee, is because they moved him to the outside. They put Thielen in the slot. So now Thielen is dealing with those chips and all those double teams inside. Now Jets has those one-on-ones, and Kirk Cousins felt comfortable throwing to him last week. So we'll have to see if they keep it up.
And additionally, Judy is a number 1 receiver.
Yes.
Now he's a number 1 receiver.
Well, Carton Sutton out, yes.
He been hurt. He didn't play at all.
He hasn't played at all this year. What? So Judy's seen the number 1 assignment every game of his career so far.
That's not true.
Cortland Sutton played 1 week.
Christian Fulton was on him week 1, so I don't understand how he's seen the number 1. He's not getting the number 1.
Okay. So who got? They didn't have to play a number 1 assignment in Tennessee. He did freeze Christian Fulton.
We all saw that play.
That he gave a 1 catch against him the whole time. That's good.
Yeah, Sutton played week 2, then he got injured.
Oh, okay. I was wrong.
Just want to be factual on the Pack Life podcast. I just don't. I think your top 3 rookie list. I don't think Jets would be in there, but Clyde and Joe, I could see in there.
He's definitely trending though. Shout out to Jets for a great week though.
Who's over Jets though? I don't understand.
Who's over Jets?
I mean, T. Higgins got 2 touchdowns. What his yards? What his targets looking like? What is he receive? What is his reception?
You trying to break that down?
Nah, you could. I would say it's about what and what, but T. Higgins Jets is definitely favored in his situation. T. Higgins just caught two touchdowns as the number 4 receiving option. So
Yeah.
I got to give him hats off on that. They can't go disregard it.
They starting to play him more, and then AJ Green was going through something last week. I don't know.
Sure.
Right.
But they should have beat them, so I feel like the Bengals will get their win this week.
Oh yeah, they'll beat the Jags.
I think so too. That was my take. I was coming in. The Bengals do play the Jacksonville Jaguars in Cincinnati. I think Joe Burrow will get that win in week 4. Other games I'm excited to see this weekend includes that Colts Bears game. Nick Foles is not the starting quarterback in Chicago as Mitchell Trubisky was benched in week 3 against the Falcons. I have the Colts winning that game. I love what Frank Wright is cooking up there with Phillip Rivers, and that defense has been balling.
Number 2 defense in the league.
Albeit it was the Jets and the Vikings, but I love the way their defense is playing, and I'm going to stick to my prediction that they'll win the AFC South. And last but not least, another game I am excited for is this Patriots and Chiefs matchup, Cam Newton versus Patrick Mahomes. Can we get another good secondary against a very good KC receivers? Last week, KC defeated their receivers defeated the Ravens secondary. Let's see if Gilly can lock in, J.C. Jackson can lock in, and the Horny Twins lock in. Let's see. I'm all here.
Metcalf exposed Gilly.
I mean,
he did moss him.
I mean,
that was great ball placement.
Who can stop DK besides DK?
Trevon Diggs.
I haven't.
He is as strong as a defensive lineman. He is as fast.
Trevon Diggs did get him twice last week, though.
I got a question.
1-on-1.
What's the question, Jace?
I feel like, well, it's not really a question. It's just really a statement. But I feel like this is a bold statement. Pretty bold.
Okay.
DK?
You're wrong. No, I'm just
you're about to say something crazy.
Calvin Johnson Jr., if he feels himself.
Okay, here's how you're right and here's how you're wrong, okay? Physically, Calvin Johnson was very fast. Calvin Johnson is everything you want physically from a receiver. Like, he is tall, he is strong, he is fast, he can jump, you can throw him. But here's the difference. We have not seen anything that suggests that DK Metcalf can beat a double coverage or can moss 2 people. We have not seen anything like that. He uses his speed and his strength to defeat someone in one-on-one situations.
I definitely saw it in Philly last year in the playoff game. I definitely did. Double
coverages.
Bro, I know you.
Name one Philly defensive back last year.
Name all these people. Okay, Megatron highlights are against Dallas or against
the Bengals.
Miami. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Back in the day,
exactly. Come on, bro.
Back in the day.
Come on.
We gonna have to see. I gotta see him do something more spectacular than what he's already done.
He's
not there yet. He's close to the comparison I would make to DK is definitely more so Julio. I don't think you can compare anybody in the game ever to Calvin Johnson. It's just not really fair.
If Calvin Johnson played 14 years, he would be the undisputed GOAT receiver.
He would literally be the GOAT. Yes, the dude almost had 2,000 yards in a season. He would literally be the GOAT. So I mean,
with Matthew Stafford. So yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of Matthew Stafford, I might pick Detroit to beat the Saints this week. Not gonna hold you.
That is definitely game of the week with a instead of 2 E's. Like, that is something that I really like. I'm sorry to be. I'm not with an A instead of 2 E's.
The game of the week is the damn
Take your time.
Jags and Bengals.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: no one expects that. Like, the Saints need to wake up. I'm sorry. The Saints need to wake the F up. I'm sorry.
I'm not
I haven't
gonna lie.
been here in a minute.
Before you go on your rant on the Saints, Mason, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of more excited to see Joe Burrow and Minshew Mania than Drew Brees and Matthew Stafford.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of feeling that way too without my critique.
What's saying Jalen Hurts? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
You ain't gonna see Jalen Hurts.
You're not seeing Jalen Hurts no time soon.
Be respectful here.
That's gonna be worth playing that Eagles-Niners game for sure.
I'm pretty positive. Did they not just name him the starter?
No.
That was a fake Twitter, Jace.
Right.
Twitter.
You got fake Adam Schefter account, cuz?
Me, bro.
I have a question for y'all. Sorry if this has been addressed already. How do we feel about the 0-3 Texans?
How do we feel about
the Texans will be fine. I had them going 0-4. They'll be fine. They'll win the division still.
Demond is very optimistic. I'm gonna be
They're
honest
not
with
winning
you.
the division.
I don't think they'll win a division or make the playoffs. I do think the Titans and the Colts will be better than the Texans. It's not even because of the loss of DeAndre Hopkins. We can look at their schedule.
I think Bill O'Brien gets fired, and I think they actually might come in last in the division.
Because they play Minnesota and Jacksonville. Those are two winnable games, in my opinion. But then they go to Tennessee if Tennessee is healthy. Then they play Green Bay. Those two tough games before the bye. I don't see them doing it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it.
After they come off the bye though, and the Patriots game is uppy, but I like them to win that one. They go on a run. I think they go on a run after the bye.
They're gonna lose to the Patriots. They're gonna lose to the.
They might lose to the Browns.
They're gonna split to the Jags. So
they're not losing to the Browns, bro.
They're not losing to the Browns.
I'm telling you, if they run if the Browns run the ball, if they lead with the run, not the pass,
you can tell me everything you want.
Texans look bad, bro. It's not not bad. I'm not gonna say bad, but they don't look like a winning team.
The Texans have played the first, second, and third or fourth best teams in the AFC.
Exactly.
In the first, second,
almost any team in the league would be going 3 with their schedule right now. The Steelers are yes. I said it coming into the league. Yes.
Chiefs, Ravens.
Yeah, the Steelers are good there.
Bills, Steelers.
I wouldn't say they're the third best team or the fourth best team in the AFC though.
I'll say the third.
So who's better than them?
I'll say the third best.
In the Bills.
You said the Titans and the Bills?
That was quick. Look at me.
You said what?
Titans and Bills.
And the Chiefs and Ravens, obviously, right?
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was understood.
I'm not giving the Titans.
Last time the Steelers and Bills played, I believe the Steelers beat the Bills.
No, the Bills won last year, but they didn't have Big Ben.
Of course. And Tennessee, I'm still not sold on Tennessee.
I'm not sold on Tennessee. I ain't giving Tennessee nothing until they gotta show me, because I've been picking Tennessee to break through.
They would have played Pittsburgh this week. That would have been a great matchup to see. But
it would have been a great matchup, yes.
Corona. Is there any more NFL preview you guys want to get to so we get to music real quick?
Did y'all already talk about Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, what's your take, bud?
He need to shut the hell up. I love Kyrie Irving and I hate Kyrie Irving. And I know we have a Kai sexual on the podcast today. I'm not going to sit here and hide, but bruh, I'm sick of him. I love him because I like individuals who decide to speak their mind. But who do you think you are, bro? I don't know who he thinks he is. He is that guy who is kind of smart but thinks he's a genius, as someone said. I think Nick Wright said that. He's that person. He needs to shut up. He needs to play with KD. And I do not think the Nets are going to make the finals.
Thank you. I agree.
That's how I feel. Bruiser, you're muted.
I know. Thank you.
Mace, you hate Kyrie for stealing your gig?
What's my that's dirty. Hate you so much. No, bro. Like I said, I respect him. He just be saying the wrong stuff, and then he be backtracking and capping. I don't like that.
Did you catch him on his live today?
No, I don't really follow any famous people on Instagram. But what was he saying?
He was just he was on there and he's talking about, so he got engaged in the last 4 months. It really sucks because he's had somebody who's died close to him. The year he left Boston, he wasn't playing. He was saying all this stuff. His grandfather died, so he was really just disconnected from basketball. And then he had a close friend that he said just died. But now he says, he's on a better path, got engaged. He's been doing a lot of meditating and painting. And I just, from a deeper aspect, it's good to hear people in celebrities. Big Sean, we heard him go off and he was meditating. And I feel like this Big Sean album, and you get disrespectful, you can say whatever you want. But this Big Sean album has been very good. It's aged well from the time that it's dropped. So just to see those people get away from all the media attention and all that and be able to breathe a little bit is good. So my boy said he was just speaking on the art. And he was
even though he talked down on LeBron though?
Yeah.
He say his name. He ain't say his name.
Let's not be dense. Let's not be dense.
How you gonna stay away from the media, meditate, do all this, and then as soon as you come back to the media, you gonna sneak diss somebody? You gonna subtweet?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He didn't tweet. and he didn't
Come on.
speak to the media. He was speaking to his teammates.
Come
on a
on.
podcast, which is a media form. I mean,
And
come
he's
on.
not. And why would he not say that? Let's just talk about that because I don't feel like nobody has said that. Why would he not say that? Why would he not boost KD ego like that?
Because
Bro, you can boost KD without putting down the guy who got you your only ring.
Wait,
you can do that. Like that's possible.
Ego for it. He went to the Warriors when they beat him 3-1. His ego is crushed.
So Jace, you wouldn't do what's best for you, bro?
Huh?
That financially, that was
KD did what
Bro, Jason's
financially he made 30 mil.
He would have made 30 million anywhere though.
It's
Be
Kevin
realistic.
Durant.
He would have made more money if he would have stayed in OKC. He would have made more money if he stayed in OKC.
Would he have won a championship? Would he have won a championship?
Yes.
OKC.
I guess for him, it
Yes,
wasn't
he
about the
would
money.
have. Yes.
It wasn't about the money.
They would
But
have ran it back in 2017. They would have won a championship.
Wait, what happened?
Not with Russell Westbrook.
Shut up.
He's lying. They would never win a championship if he would have stayed at OKC.
I
Never.
read him on.
3-1.
Mace, I'm gonna mute you. Watch what you say, buddy.
They were up 3-1.
doing you like around the horn.
They were up 3-1, bro. They could have won that. They could have definitely went back to the finals.
Oh, before we go to music real quick, how do you guys feel about Damian Lillard saying Steph and Russ and them, they can't mess with me. I'm the best point guard in the NBA.
You see, he ain't say Kyrie name.
He's not on the radar.
He's the best point guard in the league.
He's not on his radar.
Not on the radar. What? He didn't say Kyle Lowry. He didn't say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you sound.
I'm sorry, does Dame have a ring? Oh, because I think Kyle Lowry has one.
Dame never played with LeBron James.
Correct.
Dame
Kyle
is
Lowry?
champion
Did Kyle
Kyle Lowry.
Lowry play with LeBron James?
He played with
He
Kawhi
played
Leonard.
Play with Kawhi Leonard.
The same Kawhi that lost in the second round of blew a 3-1 lead.
But he had playoff P on his
You're
team.
comparing the guy who's always been the best player on his team to who won when they were the second best. So
Who was always the best player on
I'm
their team.
sorry. LaMarcus Aldridge was definitely the best player in Portland when Dame first got there. He definitely was.
When
When he first got
That's
there.
fact.
When he
If
first
we
got
first
mean,
got that.
okay, yeah, okay.
That was his second season of the rookie season. Then he
there. It don't matter. He played with somebody who helped elevate his
He
game.
don't play with the Portland no more. He's done with Portland.
Like I said.
You gonna compare LeBron Aldridge to Kawhi Leonard and LeBron?
I mean, he did have a great player there when he got there that helped him elevate his game. So.
LaMarcus was never a superstar.
Right?
Yeah.
But he was an all-star. He was an all-star.
There,
Did we just now hear him say great?
he wasn't a superstar though.
A superstar and an all-star are not the same thing, but he was an all-star.
You just said great.
He's an all-star.
We cannot pass this. He said LaMarcus Aldridge was great.
I did.
He is a
He was
great
very good.
point
He was
forward.
very good.
He was very good. He was very good. Called him the next
He
Tim
was
Duncan.
great.
Let's not forget, he was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, boy.
When they brought him to San Antonio, they said they were championship contenders, which they were with LaMarcus Aldridge.
Until Zaza'd. Ugh.
Right.
On Kawhi's leg and changed the trajectory of the NBA.
So let's not do that. Let's not do that.
The Warriors really did change
Disrespect.
the trajectory of the NBA with all their stacking and with their hurting people.
And then Kyrie and LeBron shifted what the Warriors did, but I'm saying, why y'all try to turn them against each other, bro? They did something great together. Why y'all trying to tear it down, bro? No, y'all not.
I just
Y'all being
want
negative, bro.
people to keep
Y'all
it
being
real,
negative,
bro.
Bruh.
Y'all being negative.
Putting them against each other.
They both helped each other. They both helped each other reach a goal. That's all
So
that
why you
matters.
talking about him? Why
Yeah, that's how being on the same team as someone works, bro. Like, I like Kyrie when his mouth is shut.
Before we get to music, one more topic. I got a report on my boy Tyrod Taylor. The doctors punctured his lung, causing him to lose his starting job in the Los Angeles Chargers. So I want to say, get well soon, Tyrod Taylor. It was wrong. I say that it's mutiny. It's all this other stuff. They're trying to get you out of there to get the rookie in immediately. And I do think Anthony Lynn may lose his job if Tyrod Taylor comes back, gets his starting job. I think Anthony Lynn will possibly lose his job, but it's for the greater good because he didn't lose it. Jace, what do you have to say, buddy?
You want me to tell you what Tyrod Taylor needs to do?
What do you need to do, doctor?
He never needs to play football again. Sue them for $50 million and leave.
Well, in the new CBA, you can't sue the doctors.
I mean,
Yeah.
But this is a new social, and like just socially is just different, bro. Like,
well, in the new CBA,
he doesn't have to use that doctor. He can go to another doctor. They just use the team doctor because it's convenient. But he can have it.
New CBA says you cannot sue the team doctor, buddy.
That's malpractice.
It is
malpractice.
But again,
it's a CBA, bro. Collective bargaining agreement, buddy.
He boofed it.
All right, Mr. Cut Carter, we got some new music to get into.
Okay. It was a lot this weekend. Meg Thee Stallion dropped her.
Take your time.
Bro. See, bro, you listen to my vibe, and I was in groove.
It was it's an episode somewhere where he kept he'll say something.
You don't know.
All right.
You don't know. You don't know it like
you don't
that.
know.
There was episode. You don't know. You'll be watching.
Internet Money featuring Don Toliver and Roddy Ricch, Lemonade Remix. Video Foreign, Bop It featuring Polo G.
Oh, slow down, buddy. Let's talk about this music, bud.
What?
I'm gonna let you finish. You just finish.
See, bro, stop. Megan Thee Stallion featuring Young Thug, Don't Stop. Carly featuring Gunna and Young Thug, Jimmy Choo. Young Tory, Lil Bit, Lil Yachty, Coffin Freestyle, Designer, Molly. Doughboy and Southside, Yes Sir Ski. And Stunner for Vegas, Gunsmoke, and Jeezy featuring Yo Gotti Back. LMA also dropped a song called Not Another Love Song. And projects, we had 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2, Bryson Tiller Anniversary, Westside Gun, Who Made the Sunshine, YG My Life 400, Wiz Khalifa Saga Deluxe, Smoke DZA, Homegrown, Pac-Man the Gunman, Esther Loca Vita Mia, and Giveon When It's All Said and Done. And yeah, those are the main things. Yeah.
Well, let's get into it, buddies. Well, what music did you guys feel over this week? Which one was your favorite? Let's review some albums. Let's give our opinion. This is a podcast at the end of the day. Oh my God. what Michael Irvin said? The women not learning the recipe. We're losing recipe.
Y'all ever heard of Noodle?
They're not cooking anymore.
Duh.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
The one that made Wild Child with Baby?
You talking about what Baby been posting on Instagram?
Yeah, him.
Nah, I ain't listened to it yet, but
so hard.
I have still been. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I like the way that Baby like he would basically like the people he's like signing. He would put them like he basically have a turn basically like Dirty Tate. Okay. I don't know if y'all know who Dirty Tate is.
Is that a pun intended? My turn.
God.
Whoa.
Oh, this guy. I wish that. But Dirty Tate had his turn. I think Rilo next after Nuda. It was Dirty Tate, Nuda, Rilo. Like he's just promoting everything. Like make sure they go up and so that. That's baby.
Yeah. But I have been listening to My Turn. Like this whole. I mean, I've never stopped listening to My Turn, but this week I was listening to a heavy like Social Distancing. Forget That, and like you were saying about Rilo, like I know a lot of people in Atlanta that like listen to Rilo for real. Like he is hard. So shout out to Baby, man. I like rappers who put on their folks. But new music wise, I'm really vibing with that 21 album, man.
Can we get into it? People are saying that it's not better than the first one, even after the first listen. And they said 21 can't rap. I don't know if they were joking or not in the chat, but that's what I've been hearing. Do you guys agree with that?
It's not always about rapping.
He's not lyrical, but
right.
He can rap. He just don't care to do the most in the bar, and sometimes I honestly don't want to hear that anyway.
But let's be honest, whose delivery is almost as good as 21? Like he's up there as far as just being hard. It makes you like get.
I think his street cred and the fact that who he is and stuff he raps about is his part in himself. And he does it good in a good enough way. I'm not gonna say it's his best project, and I probably won't say I don't know if I can put it over. I know I can't put it over I Am I Was, and I don't know if I can put it over Savage Mode 1. But I think this is his third best project on that level. I think it could grow on me. Like it's only been a day. I've only been listening since last night at 12.
Facts.
More songs.
But he had Morgan Freeman on there. He had
I thought it was different. Them having Morgan Freeman narrating it is like basically they went the extra mile. They put more into it, so I can respect.
And they did the Cash Money theme cover art.
Yeah, and they had a whole promo video with it. But my favorite song here is the song he previewed on his Instagram, My Dog. I like that song. That's the hardest one to me. I also like the one with Drake, but that's just like a bop type thing. And
I
then,
didn't like the song with Drake. No cap.
Me neither.
You don't like a song with Aubrey Graham? Wait, are you serious? You don't like a song with Drake, Aubrey Graham?
I didn't like the song with Drake, and I didn't like the song with Thug. But again, I gotta listen again.
Thug sounded like
I didn't.
I don't know. Like,
be honest. Come on, let's be honest.
I like said and done the outro as well. He's
Thug, it sounded like Thug.
He's good at outros and intros too.
You gotta repeat yourself, Jay. So I didn't hear you.
Offset should have been. It sounded like Offset.
Yes,
Thug.
yes, definitely. I definitely thought the same thing. Offset should have been on that song. But me and Derek agreed, and it's some of the different songs that but I said the tape was 9 out of 15 on the first listen. Yeah. And Many Men is getting a lot of love this year. Shout out 50, because they had a sample on there. I like the brand new Draco and Stepping on Killers. I like that a lot. Those were, and Rest in Peace Love was one of my, like Derek said, I think 21 gets better at the end of his albums, because it's like, that's probably where he puts the best songs, because they all ride. Like, yeah, 4L at the back of the album. He got trying to think.
Ocean Drive was at the end of Savage Mode 1. Ocean Drive.
Right. So, amen. But I think it's a good
I also listened to Bryson Tiller new album.
I didn't listen.
Hard.
I downloaded 5 out of 10. That's first listen as well. I gotta listen to it again, but I don't know if I grew out of his music or what, but I don't get as hype for his music as I used to.
Not as toxic.
It's been 5 years, yeah.
I'm not as toxic.
I mean, it's been 5 years since Trap Soul. I'm sorry, but yeah.
But some of the songs, like the song with Drake and the last 3 songs on there are really good to me.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing has been my favorite so far. The song with Drake is elite. Inhale was a single off there, which I still like. I'll download a whole album the first day it comes out, and I'll make a playlist called like rotation of the songs I really like. Mm-hmm. And I like Things Change and I'm Ready for You. So those are the songs I like off there.
And I also want to give a shout out to Giveon, if that's how you say it, Giveon. He on a song with Drake with the 230 and you know the Chicago freestyle. Not Chicago freestyle, it's the other one. Say when or
yeah. No, it's
this Chicago
Free. Yeah.
He dropped an EP with 4 songs. I like 3 out of 4. The song I don't like is a song with Snow Allegra, but I don't know. I just gotta probably listen to it again because I like both of them individually. I just don't know about this song. But my favorite is Stuck on You and Still Your Best, huh?
I'm listening,
I have a confession to make.
What?
After weeks of re-listening to this album, it goes by the name of Top by Young Boy.
You looked at me. I seen you. I seen it. Yeah.
By an artist named Young Boy Never Broke Again. I am here to say that album is definitely top 3 in his discography. Not number 1. AI Young Boy 2 still hard, but I might put it at number 2. I just want to say Dirty Stick, Right Foot Creep. The man that invented the Greedy was doing a dance to Right Foot Creep. Hey, it grew on me. Then I really love Reaper's Child and House Arrest Ting. So I just want to say my bad, Young YB. My boy 4K Trey. So I got him 4K Trey. I'll honor it. Is that right, Jay?
And people, that is an example of why we should not read too much into the 21 Savage album. Give it time. Let it breathe.
That's how it
is. It haven't even been 24 hours yet.
It hasn't.
But by the time this episode gets released, it will have been, and I will like to see the reactions then. But today is officially Friday. The album officially dropped today. Let's give it some time.
I also would like to get into that YG 400 because
you're the only one.
This is the first time in a minute I was like, wow.
Is it really good like you've been telling me, Cut Carter?
I think this is his 3rd best project, easily.
Way.
His best is Still My Crazy Life, obviously. And then his second is the one that Still Brazy. Yeah, that was a good album. So, I mean, I think you can tell he meant to put a lot into it, and he actually tried. Good
Oh,
feature.
I have to give it back a listen.
I think he his last
Wow.
album, I got into it, but I got tired of it. Like I never really went back to it. But this, I feel like this has a lot of replay value and a lot of songs. And the features,
Yeah, that's what I felt like his last album lacked.
This album got a lot of features that, like, I want to hear him like expand his sound on. So he got a song called Jealous. He got a song called Blood Walk that's like almost like a Do My Dance with Lil Wayne.
With the Wayne, that he sounded different on that song.
That song's hard. And he got a song called Rodeo where he made a sample. I can't figure out what song it is. It sounds like a Missy Elliott song. But he got that song with Chris Brown and Ty Dolla $ign. I mean, Chris Brown and Tyga. And then he got a song with Lil TJ that's actually really good. Song with Tay X2 or Tay X2. That song, War Scars, is good. And then you got a song with Ty Dolla $ign and Gunna called Surgery, and Gunna sliding on it. Ty Dolla $ign, and it's a good little album. And then the song with Cowboy and Lil Mosey called Thug Cry. It's like he tried to keep his sound West Coast, but he reinvented it as far as with the newer artists that's out today. So something to look at. I think, go listen to my boy. And he talk about his, jail stuff, out on bail. The theme of the album is him going to jail before the Grammys when he had to perform for Nipsey. And he said the police came to his house talking about he got a body and he got his daughters in the house and his baby moms and all that. So I think he definitely, feeling himself on this and wanted to show that he's a star. And people kind of forgot about him out there on the West.
Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about this
About that
Wiz, man. Come on, man.
Let's go.
The Saga Wiz Khalifa deluxe version, man, dropped 8 new songs. Only 2 without features. The thing I like about Wiz is I hear music like features and stuff from him from artists I never would have heard of. Like he has a Ruby Rose feature. Pretty far. Maxo Cream is on here as well. Young Deji and Wiz don't miss. I think they should do a whole mixtape because he really been putting him on. If y'all don't know, that's the dude who first started the Whoa. He can sing. So and then he has a song on here with A Boogie that's really hard that came out in a documentary that he did a couple years back. The beat he let he did a contest and he let like the person who made the best beat, it would go on the album. So he finally released that. A Boogie's on the feature, so I thought that was pretty dope. The album so far, I only really like Vibe. I like every song, but like only 2 songs really have like broke through, and that's the song with A Boogie and the song with Young Deji. But I'd say go ahead and give it a listen and see what you think.
Top 5?
Top 5, no debate.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5.
Demond Derek don't got one. That's why he's quiet.
Top 5.
I got one.
Shut up, boy.
What?
I was gonna say 21. Boy.
You said top 5, 21, but I think.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Top 5, 21 Savage, but I think we already did that, buddy.
We never did that actually.
Let me check my playlist.
You're gonna find no 21 in there. I don't know why you don't just trust me,
Oh, I just shut up.
Yeah, 8, 21.
The ops. That boy 21 said that Rats and Snitches song is not a 6ix9ine diss. It's a lot of Rats and Snitches in America.
It's a
God. Oh God.
Morgan Freeman said, at least a snitch is a human. A rat? Rat.
No.
Period.
Period.
No. Stop. No.
Yeah, stop trying to get your dog. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. We got 12 minutes left on the podcast. Welcome Jalen Benjamin to the podcast. Jalen, how are you doing?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm extremely blessed.
Girls, where you out, huh?
Yeah, bro, I'm tired.
They stress you out more than your Miami Heat, huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Ain't that about it? Ain't that crazy?
Dang, Jalen, you got the old man head scratch going on too. And a yawn. Boy, you
And
done.
a yawn.
You're done.
Y'all don't even know the half, bro. Y'all don't even know the half, bro.
It's a lot of hurt. A lot of hurt behind that.
Well,
line,
Jalen, we're not gonna. Jalen, we're doing our top 5 21 Savage songs, so get that playlist ready. And while you're doing that, inform us on how did Miami Heat make it to the NBA Finals and will they win a championship?
Man, we made it because of defense, bro. And we're just a deep group and we're a well-coached group. Honestly, I feel like we're supposed to be here with the acquisition of Jimmy. I felt like we could make a deep playoff run. I didn't really see us going to the finals for real. I seen us making the Eastern Conference Finals, but the finals, nah. I didn't see that. So, like, hats off to Spo for sure for that. Because, I mean, it's hard to get to the mountaintop, bro. But we getting outplayed currently by the great LeBron James. So, ain't really much you could do about that, though. Miami in 7. But that's
how do y'all win tonight, JB? And if you get tonight, this right, by the time this episode comes out, if you get this right, bro, you will be a philosopher. So
no cap. Hey, if they win in 7, you need to do an NCAA bracket. We gonna make some millions from you. No cap.
Oh God. I think tonight, man, we gotta be focused on the defensive end. Like we not, like the zone not gonna work, but we at least gotta compete on that end, bro. It's not even like it seems like they see LeBron, bro, and it's like that dead. Like they like dead. Because he coming at you full speed, bro. You have no choice but to try to commit. No, what you say? I really didn't.
The zone was gonna work.
Oh shit, I thought it was gonna work. KCP started hitting threes, and Danny Green started hitting threes. I was like,
when Danny hit 3, I was like, oh, it's over.
When KCP hit them 2 threes back to back, I said, oh shit.
Yeah, it was a wrap once I seen them boys.
They literally pulled away. They literally pulled away when they started hitting the threes.
Well, since your Miami Heat overachieved, JB, there was a rumor that said Victor Oladipo possibly wants out of Indiana. What do the Miami Heat do to potentially make it back to the NBA Finals when a healthy Nets team arrive, a revamped Bucks team, Celtics team, and others arrive? How do the Miami Heat get back to the NBA Finals?
Keep doing what we're doing. Pursue whoever we can get. I will prefer Giannis, but I think Giannis going to go to State, if I'm being truthful. Victor would be a nice add, but that's not enough to get back to the mountaintop with KD and the Nets. I mean, KD and Kyrie.
Talk about it, JB. What's the mountaintop, JB? Say it one more time.
It's gonna be tough to beat them boys. They're a deep team.
Not going to the finals.
Only way they lose is if they beat themselves, which is, I mean, as you can see, Kyrie's alone. So it's very much possible. He's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Don't know what he got going on, but for sure, the Nets should come out the East, but with all that emotion over there, you just never know. My boy Jay Crowder with the dunk. I like it.
Finals is on.
New PACT Life.
We have 8 minutes to spare. We can do our top 5 21 Savage songs. We'll be done at 9:30.
I'll go first because I can get it out the way. I have 3 honorable mentions. I want to give a shout out to my sister Diamond. That BBO. I've seen that song. That's the Delta. Another honorable mention. Since When.
Nice.
Young Nudie featuring 21 Savage. It's not his song, but yeah. And another honorable mention, which is also not a 21 Savage song, but Die Slow with Lil Durk hit every time. Come on, bro. Now my official top 5 21 Savage song, Yes Sirski. And I say that's his song because he ran it, not Uzi. He ran Yes Sirski. Number 4, Padlock off I Am I Was. Number 3, Can't Leave Without It with Gunna and Lil Baby. Trap Going Crazy right there by Dillard.
Shout out Easy Money, man.
Number 2, show you how to fit a few M's in the duffel. Ooh, hey, bruising up about that. My Chopper Hate Killers. And number 1, my most played 21 Savage song, Close My Eyes off Issa. Yeah, that's my top 5.
What did you say?
You got it, Flint?
All right, for sure. So me, I'm more of an old 21 fan. Like I still.
Ooh, let's see what you got, what?
I bet Murder by Youngboy on there.
Huh?
I bet Murder with Youngboy on there.
Yeah, it's number 8. So,
8.
no, it's number 9 actually. Number 9. Number 8 is Slaughter Your Daughter. Slaughter Your Daughter. Hey, that's my. Hey, yeah. Number 7, Skirt. It's Skirt. Oh, man.
I hate that song, bro.
Number 6, Dip. Number
go hard.
5, Pull Up in the Vet. I
Hey, why don't I forget? Yeah.
Number 4, Ocean Drive. Number 3, Freak Goop Walk. But y'all don't know nothing about that, man.
Hey, who don't know nothing about that? I got that free goo out right here, boy.
That's the OG one right there. Yeah. Yeah. Number 2, Red Ops. And then number 1 is Dirty K.
Ooh. Oh, Dirty K. Ooh, on my face.
All right, I'll go. I got 4 honorable mentions. Since the Monday features, I decided to add my own. I got Rockstar with Post Malone, No Advance, well, the first Savage Mode, Red Ops, and Don't Come Outside off the Metro Boomin tape. Number 5, Still Serving from Without Warning. Number 4, No More off the Metro Boomin tape featuring Travis Scott, Kodak Black, and 21 Savage. Number 3, Pharrell off I Am I Was. Number 2, My Chopper Hate, Killers off of the first Savage Mode. And number 1, no, that's off of Without Warning. And number 1 is No Heart off the first Metro Boomin.
No Heart, yeah.
Savage.
Savage
Mode 1.
I didn't do no features. I did all his projects. I got 2 honorable mentions. I had My Dog off the new project. I've been waiting on that song to drop. I used to go watch the video. That video got 1 million likes on his page. That's how far that freestyling outside his red car is with the all green on. And then I got No Heart as my other honorable mention. Number 5, I have Red Ops. Number 4, I have A Lot. Number 3, I have 4L. Number 2, I have Ghostface Killers. Nike Boys, We Don't Do 3 Stripes, the original song where that came out on. And I got number 1, I have Ocean Drive, because I love that song. And when I went to Miami for spring break,
Savage should be with them apes.
When I went to Miami for spring break, I was playing that while on Ocean Drive at the hotel, and I was living.
Jalen, turn your camera on so we can see you.
I'm trying to figure out, this man got too many hits, bro. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Savage, you be with the face. Please.
Hold on, I'm here. I'm gonna just go off the dome, bro, just of what I know.
You always do.
Like,
Drake, go rapper.
I would say number 1. It's not his song. It's his cousin's song, Nudie, EA. They just go stupid.
Come on, JV. Tell me when we know about that. What? That
EA
ball.
goes stupid.
We don't know about that. That slime ball, JV.
EA goes stupid. Then I have to say No Heart.
Bruh. JV pulled out the EA. That is what the 21 best version does.
I like 1.5, but I know it ain't top 5. I'm gonna go Red Ops, of course.
Speak on what you believe in, JB.
Red Ops. Red Ops has to be in there. Let me see. Did I say No Advance?
No, you did not.
Let me get No Advance in there, bro. And then
boy, JB sound like he making an order. Did I say fries? Let me get some fries in there, bro.
Oh God, bro.
You got 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Hey, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
What you talking about?
Running off his, bruh. It goes stupid.
He released the video. Jay's so goofy, bro. Oh my God,
bro. Give me Running that 5, bro.
Running go hard.
Yeah.
I gotta watch the video.
I gotta watch it too. I just been listening to the song. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm trying to listen to the whole album, and I keep coming back to this song.
We got 20 seconds left.
He's done.
Good? Not 20. We got 1 minute and 20, really. Well, 1 minute and 10 now. We good?
I like Running too, though, J-Lo on that new album.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, Running goes stupid. I got to give it some more listens before I deem it trash or whatever. I can't rank it right now.
Thank you,
JB. It's gonna take me a little minute.
For first listens, you're gonna feel like that. Like my first listen, I hear the album that I love now. I think so. It just be like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard. And plus, I haven't heard.
You gotta ride in the car with it. You gotta listen to it in the headphones. You gotta listen to it at a party or Cause some songs I hate in the house, but I love it at the club. So
I love working out to 21. So,
is that a podcast?
Thank him for dropping this.
Is there any news breaking?
Oh,
Kyrie shouts
out
Jewel Lloyd. Urban knows the Storm Guard special. Hey man, I might have to turn that WNBA game on, man.
And this will conclude episode 76 of the Pack Life Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available to you on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Oh, I messed up. Follow us on Pack Life Pod or Pack Life Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Beside me, we got my brother Cut Carter.
Hello.
But on the other side of me, we got my Slim Reaper, J.C. Wood.
Hey, they Dior. They're mine. No.
Diagonally, we got my cousin Demond, guys.
Thank you. Follow Every Yards Matters at Every Yards Matters. Thank you. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Last but not least, we have the man who showed up for 10 minutes, I believe, Mr. JB.
Yeah, I'm late.
And this will.
I got kids, man.
And I'm your host, Bruiser Carter. Thank you for tuning in, rocking with us. Appreciate the support. Episode 76. We are out of here.